Okay, I ain't got my other phone on to test out the sound. What up? What up? Boss up, boss up. Let's go. Let's get into it. We have some problems, some technical down. I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully the sound is good now. Hopefully people come on in. They can hear me. We can talk about some of these gig apps, some of the things I've been up to the past couple of months. Been away from you guys. Want to get back showing some love, man. Damn, might have to scrap the live for the day. Now the notification's not going out. I had about 10, 11 people in here before. They said they couldn't hear the sound. We dropped out, dropped back in. Let's see what they got to say now. Come on in, come on in. Let some people come on in. All right, there we go. Hello again, my guy, Cargo Hustler, man. All right, sound is good. My brother, my brother. I got something special for you for looking out for me and following me on these platforms, man. I appreciate it, JD. What up, dog? All right, now we can hear. Let's get it in. All right, so what I was saying was 4th quater, gig app, contract work, Sprinter van, box truck. If you're just doing this part time, if you're doing this full time, this time, October to December, is the time you guys can make the most money. Why? Because there's a lot of gift buying, a lot of moving around. Although a lot of parts of the country are experiencing some hardship with the weather, hurricanes, a lot of FEMA cleanup money. I know a couple of guys with box trucks who got contracts through FEMA to go down to those areas and pick up the debris off the side of the road. So contact local cities, not just the state, but local cities in and around Florida, in and around South Carolina, Augusta, here in Georgia. A lot of these cities have areas where they need trash picked up due to the storm. So unfortunately, it's hurricane season. A lot of storms, a lot of tornadoes, hurricanes, storm surge, water flooding out everything. So now is the time to actually get those cleanup contracts, get those delivery contracts. People need packs of water. People need supplies delivered in and out these areas. People need gas delivered to these areas. So if you can figure out a way to get in and help and lend your services, there is a big, big profit to be made helping out in disaster areas. Not like you're taking advantage of people. You're actually getting paid by the cities and the states who have the money, who have the taxpayer funds, and the government through FEMA who has the taxpayer funds to pay you for helping them out. All right, so that's that. Next, holiday season. As I did my contract IT work, working in large office buildings, I noticed that a lot of them had potlucks, had no, not potlucks, but had dinners and meetings and conferences and parties. They always had catering. Every single event had catering up to the Halloween, fall festival events, going into Thanksgiving, and then the Christmas party events, holidays, birthdays, anything that they could do. End of the year, quarterly stock meetings. I mean, they had all type of meetings, and every time they had catering. So I want you guys to get on these catering apps, Red Spectrum, Zifty, Delivered. There are so many, and they're paying up to $50 an hour. You can stack the apps, start from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Easily make $200 in that time frame. Going to office buildings in a city center. Now, if you're not in the major city, it's going to be hard to get those type of gigs, those type jobs. Of course, everybody does catering. If you're in a smaller town, smaller area, rural area, people do catering, but not as much. But I guarantee if you sign up for catering gigs around the holiday season, make sure you get on those apps 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I mean, the gigs and the amount of money and the large orders I'm seeing are outstanding. Sometimes you have to set up stuff. Sometimes they have secretaries and staff in these buildings that set everything out for you. You just need to deliver it, make sure everything is right, sign off on it, and go on about your day. Let's go. But JD say deliver that has been slow orders. Hopefully they pick up. Oh, they're definitely going to pick up soon. You got to think about it. We are still in a bad economy. So the average, the people who might have did some catering just for the fun of it may not be doing it. But I know on the gig I'm headed to right now, I got to set up for a meeting at 8 and at 12 for the audio visual. And every time they have a staff meeting, they cater invite me to get some lunch as well. So I see it. I see the catering orders. I see them getting delivered. A lot of restaurants have smartened up and just use their own people to do the catering, delivery, and setup. So that could be a reason why you're seeing a drop off. A lot of restaurants are just doing it internally themselves instead of contracting out these apps and which subcontracts you to deliver their items. You dig? And I'm going the wrong way. I should have went this way. So that's that on that end. So we got the storm pickup, we got catering apps this season, and then as the holiday season approaches, we got gift delivery, especially if you got the cargo vans, if you even got a large SUV, something with a trailer, box truck, getting contracts with big box retailers, Best Buy, Amazon, any place that sells large TVs, you will be able to take advantage of that and make some extra money with delivering those large TVs. $50 a delivery. You got 10 TVs on your truck, 10 to 15s on the truck. What I've seen this holiday season, people with smaller vans throwing 3 to 4 or 5 TVs on their van, making deliveries throughout the day. That's an easy $300 a day with those deliveries. And I've seen it. I've seen the money. I've done it 2 years ago when I had my cargo van routes, my cargo van that I recently sold because insurance and some other things are as high, and it was more of a drain on my finances than it was me actually making a large amount of profit with the van. So these are some of the things you got to keep in mind when buying new equipment. I purchased it through my business, so I resold it. I didn't really get a hit on my credit like that, anything. But just know that if you are buying new equipment, new vans, insurance will be higher. Your car note on that van or that piece of equipment will be higher. So just make sure that you're making smart financial decisions when getting this equipment and getting in there and buying this stuff. Shout out to somebody who just got my free copy of my 30-day, my 30 couriers. They said no sound. Yeah, you looked at the wrong video. But I'm back live now. Hopefully hop on the live with me. Any questions, concerns? I usually do. I find people routes, find people stuff. But I'm driving right now. But I still might do that. Anybody need help finding gig work, finding routes in that area? JD, where are you watching this from? You said it's slow in your areas for deliver that. What other apps are you working on? What other apps are you using? Um, other apps are you looking to get into gig app season right now? And then, of course, as you know, getting contracts is a more guaranteed rate of pay, guaranteed way to make money. But hard contracts are very hard to come about, and the money is tight right now. So a lot of contractors are not paying out as much as they should. What I'm seeing a lot of lowball offers for daily contract work. You working 8 hours, only making $175, $150. I mean, these people are really, really trying it out here. So it's hard. So what I suggest is stick to what is paying you right now until you see that you can confidently and consistently make your daytime, your regular 9 to 5 money working some of these gig apps. People just want to jump out there, and this is not the season, this is not the time to jump out there and leave a stable 9 to 5, a stable income to try gig work. Would I advise do this work on your weekend? Do this work after your 9 to 5. See how it goes in your area. See how saturated or dry these apps are in your area before you get out there. Before you go purchasing new equipment. I have consultations with a couple of people, and they're looking to purchase new vans, new trucks with their personal credit. And one brother is, single income. He's trying to provide for his full family, which I commend. It's real thing to do. Real man, we provide for our families. But man, it is hard out here to put food on the table, pay the mortgage, and have a little left over to enjoy life. So right now, man, all money in. Like I said, don't jump out there and leave a 9 to 5 just to jump out there and do some gig work or delivery work. Do both. The time is now to do both because gig apps do not provide insurance, especially if you're more seasoned brother like me, a little older man, older sister. You definitely need insurance out here. You definitely need health benefits, 401k, and these gig jobs don't not provide that. So doing both, I call it a mixed economy instead of the gig economy. The mixed economy will allow you to get the benefits of, insurance and all that good stuff, 401k, PTO. And then if you need the extra money, you need to supplement that, then we're doing the gig apps out here. But like I said, there are full-time income, people making full-time income, but they already have the equipment. A lot of these people have been on these apps, been doing this for 2 3 years now. So they got the good contracts they're in with some of these trucking companies, some of these carriers, and they're not starting at the bottom, getting the bull crap routes, the bull crap contracts. They got the good money. So these are the ones you see winning out here on YouTube, in and out and about their area. And also, being an independent contractor, met with a brother that was dropping off a chair and some lab equipment. So medical equipment delivery is still big money. He dropped off this big spectrum microscope. That thing went too heavy. I had to help him bring it up some stairs. But he was just telling me, how he got the contract. Through working through the vendor who delivers. So that company hires local delivery drivers to deliver to local last mile places. So getting your name, your company out there with different companies is key. Like I say, it's on demand work. So he may only do maybe 2 to 3 deliveries a week. So it's not consistent. But that one delivery to the university paid him $200 just to deliver that one item. He picked it up, say he maybe drove maybe 30 miles, picked it up from the airport, drove it, dropped it off, and it returned. Whole 30-mile trip, got $200, man. Yeah, we here. You already know we in this thing. JD in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. See, Wilkes-Barre is kind of in the middle of nowhere. I know kind of where that is, in the middle of Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. So not necessarily in a major city, major demographic, so it's going to be hard to get those catering orders. It will be dry this time of year until closer to Christmas and Thanksgiving, when a lot of people doing the holiday parties. You'll see that pick up a little bit more. But yeah, my insurance company, that's why I know where Wilkes-Barre is, man. That crappy insurance company, by Burke, they're an extremely cheap commercial insurance company. When I had my cargo van and another vehicle, they gave me extremely cheap rates, I should say. Shit, man. What you doing? I didn't got now bus somebody. Parked in the middle of the street. Any other question, concern, man? Yes, that's what it is. Wilkes-Barre. I think I've on some of the previous lives, we try to find some things in that area, and there's not much in that area. At Reading, Pennsylvania, the Pocono, kind of in between Philly and Pittsburgh. It's not a whole lot of work in that area. You got to go down closer to Philly or closer to either one, man. Yeah. So, the benefits of living outside of major cities is a lot affordable. But the downturn is not a lot of opportunities to make the money. So what I'll be doing, JD, turn that camera on. As soon as you get off this live, get out there in the streets, turn your camera on, face it to you, talk some shit while you driving around doing orders. Tell about the good side, the bad side about your area. A lot of people in smaller areas would love to see content. Most of the content providers who do these gig apps are in large cities like me. I'm in Atlanta, Pedro, St. Louis, people in New York. But if you can do it from a small town, a small area, and see how much you make in a small area, JD, I promise people will tune in, and that'll be an extra stream of income for you doing this gig app stuff. You don't have to be super engaging, super knowledgeable. People just want your experience. If you come out and you make no money that day, I promise people want to see that. People want to see the real deal, see what's real out here, not the fluff, not the crap, not people selling dreams, not people making videos for clickbait. They want to see what's actual possible. And turning that camera around on your face can be some extra stream of income for you. You don't have to be super creative. You don't have to be super tech savvy. Just turn the camera around, record, and hit upload. And then over time, you'll figure out some apps and you'll start playing with stuff, CapCut, things of that nature. And you start chopping up your videos. You start creating thumbnails, getting a little bit better. But trust me, all money in this economy, all money in at all times, any type of revenue stream you can think of, anything you can do to bring in some extra dollars. You want to be on it. Trust me, you want to be on it. All gig apps, all contracts, any business opportunities, any work opportunities, anything you can do that guarantee pay throughout the day. These are the things you're going to want to do coming up in this fourth quarter, coming up in 2025, because prices are not coming down. You would think with they saying the economy is doing a little better, that some prices of stuff will go down. Prices not going down. Once these corporations see that you can pay for the food, you can pay for products with the salary you're making now, then they're not going to go down. They're going to continue to reap those profits. There's no supply shortages anymore. There's, labor costs, but they cutting out jobs, they're closing stores. So they're saving money on labor, but they're not bringing the prices down on these products and goods. So I'm saying that to say that you're going to need to make more money. There's no way around it. You can complain. You can say this is not fair. We should go on strike. We should do this. We should do that. We can't do that. Now, we all collectively didn't buy shit and just stopped spending money really, and just kind of came together and, bartered and bargained with each other on a lot of stuff and just reused a lot of stuff that we had already. A lot of these prices could go down, but we're not doing it. The people with a little money are still buying stuff, and then people that don't have money want to keep up with the money. People who have stuff, so they go into debt. They're spending credit cards. They're taking out loans. They're not paying other people, not paying other bills, not paying their car note, not paying their rent just to keep up with certain things. And some things are just a necessity out here. You're gonna miss a car payment to pay your rent, to pay your lights. You're gonna miss a credit card bill, to put food on the table. So I understand it's real out here. And yeah, you use DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and all of them. Use all of them, turn them all on, get a little money. Now, DoorDash, Uber Eats, people are not tipping like they used to do. And these gig apps are paying a lot less in the food space. But, if dinner time is busy in your area, you want to do it in between, 5 and 8 p.m., you can make some good money You don't have to drive a whole bunch of places, drive far just to get to the restaurant, to the people's house. So, and then no tip, no trip, man. I saw a video where this lady uh, left a nasty note in the bag, and I might need to review that video, but she left a nasty note. When the lady came out, she always tips cash. She always tips cash. She never tips. Uh, She never tips inside the app because that money is taxed and it doesn't fully all the way go to the driver. So actually tipping with cash is more profitable, is more beneficial to the person. But the lady didn't think she was going to get a tip, so she left a nasty note in the bag. So when the lady went out with cash to actually tip her, she was like, "Oh, she felt like an ass and she didn't want the tip." She's like, "No, you keep it. I'm sorry. I left a nasty note and I'm just embarrassed now." She didn't say that, but I could tell she was embarrassed for not thinking the lady was gonna tip, and actually she did tip, and it was all good. So that's that, man. Just want to holler at you guys. Yeah, you seen that video? Yeah, man, it's crazy. South Florida is dry. Hey, South Florida got a lot of storm cleanup for you guys. So I will check on like things you can do, like transporting water, transporting supplies in that area in South Florida. If you got a large enough vehicle, you can do some construction supplies that need to be moved around during the rebuild process, sandbagging stuff. Florida definitely needs stuff moved around. As far as the catering and stuff like that, that may be kind of slow with the food delivery, but moving supplies, moving packages, moving goods down in Florida, middle Florida, South Florida, West Florida, it should be some good stuff around there. But yeah, man, I just want to hop on. Been a while since I've been on live, talk to you guys. You got to boss up. We trying to get out the 9 to 5 rat race, but at times is hard. And these jobs, these 9 to 5s, do provide a sense of security, do provide some stability, and provide benefits as far as insurance and things of that nature. So we're not going to just all the way throw them away right now. We're just going to pimp them, use that 9 to 5 money to invest in yourself, invest in your business, and eventually we can go our own way. Eventually you can get out of debt and reduce your expenses. So instead of needing $5,000 a month, you may only need $3,000 a month to survive and live. And then you can do your own thing. And then you can start doing these gig apps. And then you can start doing some of these contract work. But I'm telling you, man, run it up, all money in this fourth quarter. Try to set a daily goal for where yourself. You can set a daily goal in your head. You're going to figure out ways to make that daily goal. You're going to train your brain to seek out money making opportunities. And that's what I want you guys to do. That's how we boss up in life and get up out the 9 to 5 rat race, get up out the struggle, get up out the trenches. Let's get it, baby.